So today I'm going to be drawing this fine looking dude. He looks actually terrified.
Somebody has my gunpoint or something.
But we don't talk about that. We're just going to draw him and see how it turns out. Probably not very well because I'm recording this, and whenever I record something it always turns out looking really weird and wonky, if you know what I mean. So I didn't think about recording this until I'd already started drawing this guy, so I apologize for that, but all I did was did a circle for his skull, put a line down the center just to see proportional wise, and then across the eyes, a little bit farther down from the circle. Honestly, my measuring's not that good, I just sort of do it by instinct, which I guess is not really a good thing to tell you if you're looking for this as a tutorial, because I'm just saying just do whatever the heck you want, and I guess that, okay, I'm gonna try to be more precise about this as I continue forward. But something I always do before anything else, well, besides doing, okay, never mind, scratch that, don't listen to me. This is a good start, isn't it? First you do the circle, you do the cross in the middle, and then you do the sides of the face and the jaw and stuff like that. I really need to learn to get better at not doing like chicken scratching, which is sort of what I'm doing here. But I'm also using pen, so that's my excuse. What's yours? Then I do a little circle for the nose. It's like at the bottom of the big circle is where the nose is going to be, right smack in the middle. And then I will always do these little areas where the eye sockets first, because it sort of puts everything into proportion. And when you put your eye sockets in, not only does it tell you exactly where your eyes are, but where your eyebrow is and where your nose starts, and it's so helpful. And like where your ears are, it just puts everything into proportion. So I always do that first. So this guy, I like don't really have exactly like steps that I take. I'm just gonna see, what do I want to do first? I'll do the eyebrows. I guess I normally do the eyebrows first. I like to make the eyebrows like shapes, but then also make them like textured shapes as well. See, he's got like these little flecks, and so I'll do like the flecks. Whew. I cannot draw on camera for the life of me, so I apologize. This might never get posted because it might just turn out horrible. Doing the eye now. Looks like this weird little shape thing. It's like a almond that got dropped when it was a child. That's exactly what's happening. Yeah, eye. Let's do the other eye. You've probably heard this before, but don't do a full eye like all at once. Like, do them at the same time. So you make one shape with the right eye, do the same shape with the left, then you shade in the right eye, then you shade in the left, so that they look proportionate. These don't look proportionate. They look like unidentical twins. No, they don't even look like that. They don't even look like relatives. Let's not talk about it. Eye bag? Not eye bag. Eyelid. I apologize. Okay, now you gotta fill in like little corners, because then that would make it look like your eyeball was a diamond when in fact it is a circle, so you need to give it the illusion of being a circle underneath the eye frame. I'm not making any sense right now. Circle? Circle? I don't really do the bottom of the circle unless I want to, but I don't really want to right now. So just don't do a bottom of the circle and it'll look better. Actually, don't listen to me. It might not look better. I might fill it in later.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
I'm just trash talking myself right now. This is not healthy. Now, okay, he's got like more eye bags. Left the eye bags. And then the nose. Normally I don't do like the full bridge of the nose. I don't draw those lines out, but he's got sort of like a defined, you can obviously see that shape. And then I always make them have like little cat noses, which is just like an upside down triangle type of thing, you know what I mean? You got your little nostrils, nice. I always try to make the nose boopable.
Let me boop that nose.
Because then what's the point of a nose if it's not boopable? And then also there's this like little bridge up here that I like to do. So this is certainly interesting right now. Let's do sides of the face. So when I first did the side of the face, I wasn't exactly sure where everything else was. So it's just sort of like a rough guideline, and now I can clean it up more. Now I know it's a little closer. It's got a little bump here for like cheekbone, then it goes in a little bit, then it goes out a little bit. Whatever. Now let's do the mouth. So I always look at where the corner is compared to where the nose is. Okay, I looked back at the footage and realized that my drawing was a little like tilted, so it looked weird. Let's see if this is any better. If it's not, I apologize, but what can you do? Right, I was about to do the mouth. But actually first I'm going to do a little line here because this part is shaded underneath. But I'm not going to shade it yet because I leave the best for last. It's my favorite part. Something right to know. Okay, right, where were we? And just sort of connecting the dots here. Although I might not do the entirety of the line because I don't like to define the lips that much. It can look really wonky really fast. So I do just like, as you can see, like very ghost of an outline of a shape. And I might fill it in a little more. And then, I said I'll shade later, but I'll shade the top lip now. I like almost never shade the bottom lip because it can look really weird, you know? But you always shade the top lip because that really defines and makes a lip an actual lip. Actually, from here we can tell, since we have the mouth down, we can compare it to the sides of the space. Now we can see that they're a little far out. And this needs to come in a little bit. Everything's out of whack. He has defined jawline, which I applaud. Okay. Now, the neck. Sort of just see how much space there is between the neck and the edge of the jawline, of the jaw, and then just draw a line down. Okay, this guy's sort of tilted, but that's okay. This is a sketchbook after all. Now I'm going to define the face a little more. There's always like planes to the face. So there's like, this is the front plane, this area, and these are sort of like side planes, and so that's why you can sometimes see like these lines here on the face. You see that? And then it's like light and then it's dark, and there's just like this line in between them. That's just showing the planes because the light is hitting from the front, and then these sides are getting not as much light because they're in more shadow. There's this like weird little red.
Like he's been sobbing or something.
I think I might do that, although it could look weird. This cheekbone thing that's happening here. What's happening? He's smiling, so a little bit of smile line, and like this cheekbone area will sort of follow the smile. It will like curve around it. Now let's just like add the line for the shadow down here. Shadow, shadow. Let's do the ears. One of my favorite parts. Sadly, he doesn't really show his ears that much, but there's like just a little bit there, and a little bit there. And now his hair, which is a little disastrous. So I don't know how I'm gonna do this. And also the picture sort of cut off the top of his hair, which is really annoying. I'm just shaping it out. And normally this is not the final shape of the hair because I get it wrong. Huh? So that's what I'm saying is the shape of his hair. Not really, but what can you do? I mean, you could work harder, but...
What?
Then he has this little swoop. Swoop. That's happening. More swoops. And even more swoops. Okay. Now I'm just gonna fill in more lines of shadow. I always like to block in my shadows. It's so satisfying. And then you just fill them in and it's just like, oh. But a lot of the time, I fill in the shadows too darkly or too much, and then it looks weird. So I really need to work on that. So there we go. Now it is shading time! Rainbows, sparkles, celebration, confetti. Okay. Now I like to fuzz my eyes over. You can either squint or like, you know, when you stare and like you stare so much that it like everything goes out of focus. That's what I like to do. Don't call the doctors, I'm fine. We're good. Okay. So when I fuzz my eyes over, these eye like indents are so dark. It's like almost darker than the hair. And I like to just do broad shadow areas. I don't like to do exact shadow details yet for this part. Just like filling in the spots with the most darkness. These are always gonna be dark here. In between the eye and the bridge of the nose. That's like one of the darkest spots. Noticing that it's dark here too. And then his eyes. What am I gonna do at his eyes? I had trouble with eyes. It's a problem. So I'm gonna draw in where the light is. Oh, that's scary. Maybe I'll just leave it like that for your watching enjoyment. I guess I'll add his pupil too. Doesn't make it look any better though. It looks worse. Fill in. Does it look any better? No, it doesn't. It just looks worse. What is this? No, stop. Don't look at me like that. Stop.
Put the knife down.
Shading in the eye. It's darker at the top. It's so much darker at the top. Please, just believe me. Trust me on this. Like, just don't even fill in the bottom. I guess this is just a style preference. Sometimes it looks better when you don't fill the bottom of the eye in. You just make it dark on the top, almost as dark as the pupil. And then just don't fill in the bottom of the eye. It gives the eyes a glassier look than if you fill it all in. But then it just really depends on what you're drawing and like whether you like it or not. Still looks sort of terrifying, but I mean, he looks terrifying, so I guess we're good. This is what we're going for here. Eyebrows. Coloring in the eyebrows, shading in the eyebrows always helps. You just gotta trust the process. And now shading in the whites of the eyes. Yes, you should shade in the whites of the eyes. It is sort of necessary in order for it to look natural. Okay, stop smoldering. Sheesh. This guy needs to get a life. Sort of shade right here. It's darker around the corner of the bottom of the eye bags. Shading in the nose. Bottom of the nose is in shadow. See, and now it instantly makes it boopable. There you go. One step boopable nose. Just shaded in the bottom.
Let me boop that nose.
If you want to make it even more boopable, shade in the top. Voila! It's a boop. Now for this bottom lip, am I gonna do anything? And you can sort of do a little bit, just a tiny bit. Even that looks, oh, now he looks weird. Ugh, now he looks like he has lipstick on. Don't look at him. I'm gonna do a little bit more of this forehead, just. Because you have this bright, like, shine right here, across the top. And I'll add, like, I'll keep it a little white there to just make it, the jawline even more defined. Shadow. By doing cross hatching. So I'm sort of dreading shading the hair because it's a lot of work, especially with pen, and so sometimes I'll just use marker and fill it in like just one block. But if I do that, then it makes the face look too white in contrast when there's not that big of a contrast between like this eyeshadow and this hair shadow. So I'm just gonna have to use pen, but I do a really sloppy job of it. Just sort of make sure everything is covered. Oh, I always make next to the ears darker than other places. I don't know why, it makes it look better. Is that it? This might be it. I guess? No, immediately when I say this is it, and then I'm gonna pause, and then I'm gonna look over my drawing, and then I'm gonna be like, wait a second, there's so much more that I could have done. What can I do? I guess that's it. Thank you for watching to the end of this video. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe, because I would really like some more subscribers. Not that I need any or anything, but I mean, so it would be nice, you know, bragging rights. I don't know. sort of like competing with my sister. I still have way more subscribers than she does, but it'll be easy for her to catch up if she actually does work more on YouTube. So I'm not telling you what her channel is because she's not getting any subscribers. I am. Subscribe to me instead. Click on the notifications, because then I won't have to knock on your door and tell you to watch my videos. That's nice. It would give me some more downtime, actually. And have a nice day and have a nice summer. Bye!